My name's Jay Jones.
And you're from?
From Oakland.
Let me ask you one question. Yeah. Okay, I'm Muteado Silencio again with Voces de Migrantes en Resistencia. And I heard you, brother, when you did the report back, how some of our folks in the community, you know, you spoke about the African American community, are asking those questions about, is this movement actually here to represent us and the needs that we need in our communities, in your community, the African American community? Can you speak a little about what the concerns?
Yeah. I mean, right now, currently, we be real about it. There's not a lot of, real talk about where we are going with this, and so it's not really a place to really know. I mean, honestly, when I heard out in New York and stuff, it's like talking about canceling student loan debt, which I got loan debt myself, so I'm not really against that. But my point is that there's other issues. We're talking about canceling like PG&E bills. We're talking about canceling, you know, like how about these houses that have been foreclosed on? You know what I'm saying? We just need to make sure the issues like cover everybody and it talks to everybody. So right now, no, it's not inclusive. But the reason it's not is because we're not out here talking to it. We're not out here speaking to it. So we want to include our voice. We have to come out and give our voice. And I know that's hard, but we need to be out here talking and giving our voice. So make sure that
you know, and that's kind of really interesting because actually with the folks that I do, a couple of the construction jobs that we do, and even some of the folks that I speak in the community, especially day laborers, they feel too. And it was funny because some of them were even saying, we've been part of the 99% because a lot of us are here undocumented. So, you know, I could see some of our communities kind of saying, is this movement even involving us in the real issues that we talking about? You know, if you talk about the bills, we talk about ESCOM, our families being broken out by the ICE. So, you know, I just see the connections there. And then hopefully, even if these folks from the 99 don't listen to our needs, maybe we, the black and brown kid, make them listen to our needs.
But I know you look back at the 60s, a lot of the anti-war movements, those were middle class, and a lot of the, just the anti-war movement, for instance, that was middle class. And what happened was that the Panthers came up, and they fell behind the Panthers, honestly, because they looked to them for respect, they looked to them for leadership. So honestly, we stand up, we start demanding what we want, and saying what we want, what we're about, people will listen to us. So I think we need to come out.
Okay. We're here at Occupy Oakland, Poor News Network TV, representing all the people aren't necessarily even here. My personally talking to poor mamas, peoples of color, a lot of folks who can't even get here. But I'd like to ask you, what's your name, first of all?
Irina Contreras. And
how do you feel as a woman of color that this Occupy movement speaks to you, or I mean, and it's really the reality as an indigenous person, these streets are already occupied, so maybe you could speak first on that.
Overall, nationally, you mean overall Occupy movement? Yeah. I really felt like it doesn't speak to the majority of people of color, to queer people of color, to people that identify as being indigenous, poor, you name it. For me, really how I ended up here was I live close by. And I just kind of felt like I'll be damned if all these people are going to be here and I'm not going to be here too. And you know, that was really it. And once I came here, for all the issues that have, you know, gone on with our group, I feel like you know, our group has really kind of held some space, and maybe it hasn't held space to the best of everyone's hopes and dreams about what it would be like. But I know for me, it's been one of the only access points that I've had to relating to people, because otherwise what happens is, you know, and I think what happens here is pretty minor. I have to say, I don't want to say like, oh, there's minor racism and major you know, nothing like that, but I'm disgusted when I hear people ask questions about, well, why do we have shit on police brutality? They're like, you know, like, think about how privileged you are. It's fucking ridiculous. If you think that we can't talk about police brutality most of the time, for me to continue, I don't even want to talk to you. But, you know, on the other hand, I had a very, very good friend of mine, you know, I call her Mi Jimena. She was attacked at Occupy Wall Street in New York, and all I could do was see video, and it was so hard to watch that video and to try to catch this fucker, and no one's caught him. No one's caught him. He, you know, she does son, and she was performing and wanted to perform for you know, the anniversary of Pinche Columbus, and while the irony was that while she came, after not coming for so long, you know, this motherfucker came and basically tried to grab her music, grabbed her person, and that kind of shit to me is like, you know, I want to stay here to hold it. You know, it's funny, it's like the movement wants to hold the 1% accountable, and I'm like, I'm here to hold the movement accountable. And so if that fucking kills me and gives me white hair, then I guess that's what's gonna happen.
I love it. Do you want to ask anything, Muteado?
No, she nailed it.
Okay. The only last thing is, what do you hold here? You mentioned something that's holding space. Tell us what's actually happening in it. You try to help facilitate.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things is that where I feel like I can be the most useful is holding space so that people know that it's okay to come here, and that it's okay for them to, you know, to feel the same way that this square, this plaza, when you get down to it, there were already, you know, folks that were living here, and Occupy Oakland has taken space away. And what happens here is nothing without those people. I was just talking about this earlier with some other folks. If people are not fed and given clothes and taken care of here, I don't want to be a part of things, and I'll fight to make sure that happens, that people are not, you know, further criminalized by being here. People don't call the police on someone that's having any kind of mental health related, you know, issue or anything like that. I don't want to see that shit go down, and if I have to physically be here to make sure that doesn't happen and that people know that this all belongs to us, then I will, and I'll continue.
And we're talking about the People of Color Caucus at Occupy Oakland, right? And you guys meet when?
We meet on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. and on Sundays at 4 p.m.
Beautiful. Yeah, for me, just coming here tonight and having this experience made me feel a little bit better, and I have to say thank you. Big up to y'all, because last time we came, it was really troubling. We felt really actually scared, and I didn't feel cool bringing my sisters and brothers.
And I wasn't allowed to speak.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that it just feels like you guys are trying to inch away at. So big up.
Yeah. And thank you so much for coming back and for speaking and really just for being present, you know, every day. Yeah.
I say.
Dollar, that's what I need. Hey, hey. Well, I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need a dollar, that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me? Bad times are coming, and I reap what I done sowed. Hey, hey. Well, let me tell you something.